Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I literally have to leave in 5 minutes. We are heading into the hospital today, so we're making a little protein coffee to go. My favorite protein powder of all time, by the way. Today we're covering inpatient, and I also have a lot of meetings and stuff today, which is why I wanted to record and kind of talk you guys through what I've got going on outside of the regular. I probably can't record much while I'm actually at work today. I feel like it's gonna be very busy. But the meeting I have during the day is just my annual one-on-one with my boss. And then after work tonight, my meeting that I have this evening is for my board of director position on the Indiana Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. It's my first year being on the board, so I'm not sure what to expect from these like quarterly meetings, but I guess we'll see. Back home from work, I predicted that today would be a busy day, and I was very correct. I had that meeting with my boss, which went really well, just like our annual like one-on-one. I have a great boss, and I'm very thankful for that. I was glued to my butt all day though, and I at least want to get some steps in, and it's not too hot out today or rainy. It's been raining nonstop for the past like 3 weeks, I feel like. But it's actually dry today, so we're gonna go for a walk, me and the dogs. And I don't really know what the evening holds until my meeting. I guess by the time that rolls around, I'll have had to make dinner and shower. I think time will actually go pretty fast. So my brother came over to watch the dogs today while Ross and I were at work. And I don't know what he did to them, but they are so exhausted. They made it through the walk, but once we got home, Sage went straight to bed, and she's been laying down, like while I showered and everything. Which, if you know Sage, she never just goes to bed on her own, unless she's very tired. I want to make dinner in a bit, but I had a pretty early lunch, and also wasn't a very big lunch, so I'm in need of a snack before then. I'm having a peach. We went to Costco a couple days ago and got a ton of grapefruit from there. Also having a string cheese. I couldn't show you guys because I was just so busy today, but I got a sandwich for lunch at work. They have like a deli line, like a build your own sandwich situation. And man, the girl who put my condiments on there, I got this like garlic mayo and mustard. She loaded it up, which I appreciate. However, it was just like oozing everywhere. I couldn't even eat all of it because it was just like drenched in mayo and mustard. And that was also hours ago. I am quite hungry. This is no longer breaking news by the time this video comes out, but it was just announced this week what the 6th and 7th ACOTAR book titles are, and also the like little blurb, whatever that's called. I have mixed feelings about the titles. A Court of Splintered Harmony. I just don't love the way that rolls off the tongue, personally. But as they say, we can't judge a book by its cover. I know a lot of people are upset. Like, I've been on the Reddit threads and book talk. People are upset because these next 2 ACOTAR books supposedly are about the Valkyrie, when everyone's been just dying for Elaine's love story and who she's gonna end up with, and or Asriel. To me, this just means there's gonna be more books to read in this universe, which is fun. So I'm not complaining. I liked A Court of Silver Flames, which was sort of like the introduction to the Valkyrie. This is all gonna be just completely a different language if you've not read these books, but I don't know. I'm excited. I think if I had to guess, we'll get a lot more Nesta. I'm assuming Gwen and Emery will be in there. In the little blurb, it mentioned some betrayal to the Night Court, so I'm assuming that means we'll get the Inner Circle. I'm excited. Not a huge fan of Sarah J. Maas as a human being, but I do have to admit her books are fun, which brings me to my update for today. I have never read Throne of Glass. I read Crescent City, all 3 of those books. I've read ACOTAR, of course, more than once. I listened to the graphic audio, actually. I think I read the whole series and then did the graphic audio after that. I don't remember. I read a lot of books. But I've not read Throne of Glass, which so many people claim is the best of all of Sarah J. Maas's books. It is a bit intense. There's quite a few books. There's like novellas. And towards the end, I know the books get like real thick. I don't own them. And I think the library wait is quite a while for the physical copies. I'm borrowing the ebook from the library, which surprisingly was available in like a week. So I have entered my Throne of Glass journey. We shall see how it goes. I've heard the first couple books are sort of slow to start, but it ends up being well worth it in the end, they say. So I intend to stick with it. It takes a lot for me to DNF a book, especially one that's so popular that is so highly rated by so many people. I'm like, there has to be a reason for this. And so I usually push through. I'm currently recording this on my phone because I accidentally deleted all of my videos for last week's vlog. At this point, I don't even know if there was a vlog last week because as of right now, those files don't exist. But I am trying to restore them on some random software that I found on Reddit. I don't know. I tried a different one. You had to pay like $200 and I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that. So we're trying a free one, which might crash my computer. We'll just have to see. So anyway, my SD card that I use in my camera is currently occupied being restored. I wanted to show you guys what I made for a quick dinner before my meeting, which starts in 10 minutes. I wanted to grill. We have shrimp and chicken to use up from Costco, but that's gonna just have to wait until tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Hi, Seiji. Hi, Sissy. They both want my food. So what I did make is some chicken salad. We have this leftover chicken from Costco. It's their like pre-made, pre-cooked Chipotle chicken. It's so good. So I have that I turn into chicken salad with like mayo, plain Greek yogurt, mustard, onion, relish. And then I have some Triscuits and some bell pepper from the other day that I already had cut up, which is perfect. I want to show you guys how I made all this and threw it together, but you get the gist. I'm gonna eat this at my desk while I stare at my computer, hoping that last week's video didn't get sent into the graveyard and also simultaneously join my meeting. Make this day end. Good morning. Oh, try to ignore the hair. I woke up around 4. I'm off work today, but I was still exhausted. And so the dogs and I just crashed on the couch for another 3 hours. After my meeting last night, I went straight to bed. And I have incredible news. I'm pretty sure I was able to restore the files for last week's YouTube video, which I guess isn't really news to you guys if you watch all my videos and you saw last week's video. But in this moment right now that I'm recording this, I'm very hopeful. Speaking of, I want to get that video up today. I usually post on Saturdays or Sundays on YouTube, but I was working last weekend and didn't have time to edit. So I'd like to get that up today. And then otherwise, besides that, we have no plans. Clearly my body was so tired. Sorry, ignore the dogs. They're fighting. Guys, we're gonna make some coffee and then go edit. I need to eat something, so we're having a little yogurt parfait. Damn, these things are huge. Everyone clap for me because I did get that YouTube video edited and posted. I am quite hungry. I've just been kind of like grazing on stuff today. I don't know. So we're gonna have some lunch, probably that chicken salad from last night. And of course my fun afternoon beverage. If you're new to this channel and you're like, dang, this girl doesn't drink any water. She just drinks fun beverages. I do. I just don't show it very often because it's boring. I have this guy with me everywhere I go. But there's also something in my brain that needs a fun beverage pretty much every few hours throughout the day. I could not be bothered to cook right now. So we've got our leftover chicken salad. We're just gonna have it with some tortilla chips. I literally am too lazy to even make a sandwich. I'm just feeling so blech. Wait a minute. I think my period's coming. That explains some things. I also have some kiwi for fiber. It does feel good to have that video done though, especially considering the adversity that we faced to get it up. I can't say this is the best. Ah! I hate having hiccups. Ugh. I can't say this is the best. One moment, please. What I've been trying to say is I don't know if this is the best way to eat a kiwi. I just cut them in half and then scoop. Because again, too lazy to peel and dice and all of that. And this works just fine. I was just out in the garden harvesting tomatoes. And honestly, these things are an invasive species at this point. I did actually pull out a lot of the plants. A lot of them were looking crispy anyway. I've been neglecting them because I don't need this many tomatoes. And I didn't plant any of these. I know I keep saying this, but I did not plant these tomatoes. They have come on their own volition. Oh my gosh, I am disgusting. I have a patient who told me that she doesn't sweat. She doesn't wear deodorant. And I'm like, what is that like? Because this is from being outside for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I can't imagine not having just bullets of sweat dripping down my face at all times. The responsible thing to do would be to start thinking about dinner. So that's what we're gonna do. We have lots of meat cooked up. I think I'm just gonna honestly roast some potatoes. I've got a ton of them. I think I'm gonna just like quarter these and roast them. And we'll have it with a side of meat. I think I'll just like quarter these and add some olive oil and seasonings. And then I think I'll make some salad. And then we have, like I said, some meat made up already. Some shrimp, some ground beef. I have these like chicken patties I got from Costco, like chicken burgers. Yeah, that'll do. about a quarter of the way through Throne of Glass, and it's starting to get fun. I feel like it takes about that long for me to like really get into a book. The first handful of chapters are usually a push. I need my attention grabbed right away or else you're gonna lose me. I'm gonna go lay in bed and read. I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I have PTO today. Normally Thursdays are my most stressful outpatient days, and I love my patients. It's just nice to have PTO today. I already know this about myself, but I've been kind of like testing the waters a little bit. If I don't work out in the morning, do my exercise in the morning, walk the dogs in the morning, I do not want to do it. And it's not even because I don't like exercise. I do. I really enjoy the workouts that I do. It's just my energy levels gradually decline as the day goes on. So we're starting with that this morning. I'm gonna throw one of these crust-offs, Uncrustable dupes from Costco into the toaster real quick. And then, look what I found at a gas station the other day. I don't really have energy drinks very often, but I do like to have a witch's brew or two every fall when they come out. I did see that Olipop has a caramel apple flavor, which is what this is. And I really just drink this for the flavor. The caffeine is nice when I'm doing a workout, but if I could have a caramel apple Olipop, I'll keep my eyes peeled for it and I'll update you guys if I find one. We're gonna start with the walk first while it's a little crisp and chilly outside. And then we're gonna do a garage workout today. I don't wanna leave the dogs. They've been very attached to my hip lately, which probably means I should leave if I wanted them to grow emotionally. But I'm also feeling very attached, so we're gonna stay home. I'm in need of an actual meal. We're gonna do some quesadillas. I don't have any big tortillas, which is what I usually use for my dillas, but I have these little corn tortillas. We're gonna use those. And I have some leftover ground beef and corn and beans. And I have discovered the best cheese to use for quesadillas. I got this at Costco, and I will be getting this from now on because it just melts so perfectly. It's so like salty in the best way. Oh, highly recommend. Also got some homemade salsa that I canned last year. I'm thinking I might need to make some more salsa to can this year. The tomatoes are out of hand. I'm usually very much a flour tortilla girl, but these are looking good. And I just love the smell of a corn tortilla. Oh my gosh, these are a mess. Oh gosh. Oh god. I'm falling apart. They're good though. It is now time for the best part of my day, which is when I drink coffee and read. And hopefully the dogs are ready for a nap because they got their walk, they ate their breakfast. I just spilled this everywhere. Sage, why are you crying? What's going on? Are you tired? Are you tired? You need a nap? Oh, she's getting fussy. I got the dishes done, so now I can finally paint my nails. I hate to do it on the same day. I have to do like a giant load of dishes because then it just comes right off. Today we are going with Sally Hansen Insta-Dry Grease Lightning. Just a dark gray. Good morning. Happy Friday. I ended up not really doing much else last night. I did finish Throne of Glass. I gave it 4 stars. I just felt like some of it was a little bit some of it was predictable. And like Selena and Dorian, I was like, I couldn't really care about them that much. I have a hunch they're not endgame. And I know those of you who have finished Throne of Glass are screaming at your electronic device right now. But anyway, finished that last night and then swiftly fell asleep. Today I am working, but I'm working from home. I'm covering inpatient, and usually Fridays are pretty crazy. So we're gonna do a quick breakfast and then lock myself in my office the rest of the day. Gonna add some blackberries. Ugh. Some granola. And then I have some of this mixed nut butter from Costco. I love this stuff. It also has 5 grams of fiber per serving. We're also gonna make an Americano. I fear my instincts were correct and got a very high caseload today. I'm staff relief when I cover inpatient, which means that I kind of just cover whoever's on PTO or whatever. And today I've got the GI floors. So a lot of my screening ended up being people who have been NPO or clear liquids. Our policy is if they're NPO or clear liquids for 3 to 5 days, we gotta intervene. Whether that means encouraging an SLP consult, a swallow study, starting supplements. In a lot of cases, it might mean getting a tube feed going, or at least just like emphasizing to the doctor how important it is to get nutrition for them to heal. Most doctors are great about it, but some of them don't see a problem with someone being NPO for 5 days. So it's our job to advocate for the patient in that way and make sure they're getting fed. It's somehow already lunchtime. What a day. I'm having the quesadillas that I had yesterday. Was that yesterday? I don't even know. And a coconut Dr. P. Some salsa on my quesadilla. My day has started out with having a fight with the surgeon in Epic Secure Chat. Okay. That was unnecessary. You're so cute. You're so cute, I can't stand it. She put in a tube feed order for a formula that we don't carry anymore. And so I changed the tube feed order to a formula that we do carry that's pretty similar. And then she messaged me and she was like, make sure you ask us first before making changes to the tube feed. I was like, we don't even carry this one. So clearly you're not the expert here. I was like, oh, I didn't say that. I was like, oh, sorry, my apologies. I switched it to this one because we don't carry the other one. She's like, well, just let us know next time. Make sure you ask before. I'm like, you placed a consult for me to oversee this tube feed. I just assumed that meant my judgment actually meant something. And so the poor kitchen kept getting all these tickets printed because we kept changing the order. I was like, I'm so sorry. The doctor and I are having it out right now. Just send my formula and I'll figure out the rest, please and thanks. So I have to be the one to apologize and grovel to the surgeon, and they didn't even acknowledge that they ordered the wrong formula. They refused to say they're wrong. All of this on top of the massive caseload that I already have. So needless to say, I'm gonna inhale this, and we're gonna go back up and chart our little heart away. Whew, y'all, that was a lot. I just clocked out and I was working, charting until the very last minute. I need to get the lawn mowed again because it has been raining and the grass is growing like crazy. And then I need to get this video edited. So I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for a few days. Hope you enjoyed this little glimpse of what it's like to be a dietitian. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.